I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Murielle Fellous.
Good night.
Ooh. Yeah, say your name for us, please. Like, it sounded really great when you did it. Like, when I did it, it sounded bland.
Do you want me to say it the French way?
Yeah, please.
Murielle Fellous.
Yeah, I'll definitely call on you again to say that one more time, right, for us.
I know. It's a challenge.
Please do tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
Right now, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada.
All right.
So,
And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
I have several, but I think I'm coaching, so I love to help people, and I have a podcast where I do that, and I love talking. So I was very, very intrigued to be interviewed by you.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Tell us about your podcast, please.
My podcast is called Date Like a Frenchwoman with Murielle. And it's a podcast where I teach mostly women holistic dating and how to activate the law of repulsion for Mr. Wrong. So you can actually attract Mr. Right.
Well, that's so important, right? So you're dealing strictly with women?
Not strictly, but the majority of my clients are women. I had a few clients that were guys, but somehow I attract women. So
yeah, sounds cool.
Fine with me.
Yeah. So who did you learn this skill from?
I got certified, but even before that, when I was in high school, people came to me when they were in pain, and I just had a soothing effect. So I think, you know what? Thinking about it, from my mom when I was a kid. Yes.
That's intriguing. Yeah, so tell us how the podcast impacted on the way you shared this message.
The podcast impacted me, first of all, because as a speaker, it's a lot of training, and it revived my passion to communicate with people. And I got some confirmation that sometimes a person would listen to it and they would receive the exact one sentence would stand out, and that's the exact message that they would need to receive. So somehow it confirmed some kind of divine orchestration where I mean to provide whatever they need, and I receive back from them listening to me.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. It's like confirmation for the thing you're doing, right?
Yes, it feels good.
Okay. So why will you continue to repeat this skill now that you've gotten going with the podcast part of it?
Because I love just that, receiving confirmation that it helps. And I also do interviews. I love doing interviews. It's just pleasurable and it promotes my business. So two things in one. That's really a reason for continuing.
Now, where's the best place for us to connect with you if we're interested in finding out more?
You can visit my website, datelikeafrenchwoman.com, or you can find me on Facebook with the same name, Date Like a Frenchwoman.
Wonderful. Well, do tell us one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
So I've been studying because I'm like a student for life. So I always study, I always try to grow, I always try to learn new tools for me personally and for my clients, because everything that I personally practice and I see that it's working, I of course transmit that to the people that I teach and coach.
How does that make you feel, Murielle?
Empowered. Very empowered.
Why would you suggest to someone that's listening out there, coach, if you would, that they do what you've done by being a lifelong learner?
Because I believe that if we stop learning, we are dying a little bit. We're not growing anymore. So it's stagnation, and stagnation makes me think about, some stagnant water. It's rotting. It's not good. It's not flowing.
Well, amazing audience, you're hearing it live here from Murielle Fellous. Again, please do say your name for us.
Murielle Fellous.
Well, there we go, Fellous. Well, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Murielle, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory it's not such a good memory actually. I remember my parents fighting and I went in the back of the car and I tried to get into the conversation and my parents said, "That's grown-up stuff. You please don't start talking."
How old do you think you were?
I think I was 3, something like this.
Why do you think this memory is so clear? And how do you see it connecting to who you are today?
Well, because emotionally that was strong. I didn't like it, so it sticks in the brain. And it's connected to what I do today, actually, because I work with people on relationships. So I'm trying, I guess I was first aware of how I could soothe my parents or help. And that became a quest for life.
That's amazing, right? How the dots connect.
Yes, it's amazing. It's fabulous.
Yeah, you don't need
Nothing
me to
is
connect
random.
any dots. Nothing is random. Love that. Love that. If we fast forwarded to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
So it was a French song because I was living in France, and it was called Le Chanteur, and that was about a guy that was passionate about singing, and he was just telling how he started from nothing and his challenge and how he got to where he was famous and doing what he loved.
That's great. Do you see that song connecting to who you are today as well?
Yes.
Really? Tell us.
That's something that I admire. Determination, people who go for their dreams. I think it makes the world richer because it inspires us to do the same.
Yeah, it's attractive as well, isn't it?
It is, very much.
There we go. Well, my friend, we've arrived at our destination now, but before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Murielle?
I am.
Murielle, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes, my oldest daughter. She's already doing that.
Wow. Are you married?
I'm divorced.
Do you have children?
I have 3 children, two girls and 1 boy.
All right. Do you believe in God?
Absolutely. I believe in God, the universe, whatever you want to call it.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, but they're far away. They are in Israel because that's where I lived for 10 years. So thank God for technology.
Wow. So where did the French accent come from?
I grew up in France and I left when I was 18 and I went to live in Israel.
All right. It makes a really nice combination, the twang, the spin. I was wondering. Yeah. Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Maybe. Some weeks yes, some weeks no, because I'm very super busy.
What about screen time? The phone and the computer, is it more than 8?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Probably.
Murielle, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
I would say if everyone likes you, you probably don't love yourself enough.
Murielle Fellous, this was such a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Well, going on the same note of my statement, love yourself because that's where everything stems from. And if you don't love yourself, life is not fun.
Murielle Fellous, can I ask you to say your name one more time, please? Your way.
Murielle Fellous.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, my friend, for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.